this is what I like. If I was there, of course I would have reacted to the situation differently, honestly. But I personally, if home dude was like stop, like the people at the gate told him stop, and he kept running, honestly, I would probably booked it and try to tackle him, try to make a hero play.
And look at Chauncey trying to be Superman, trying to
I'm
be
like,
Black
stop.
Panther,
I'm like, stop, thief.
trying to be stop.
That's when I had to do that track speed that under 11 second 100 meters.
All right, okay, all
I
right.
I you can actually look me up.
On what DMV splits?
Track.net. My PR is like 10. It's not so low, but it's 10. Not 10. No. Oh, my fault.
No, we looking it
Under
up. We
it's under
looking it
12.
up.
Under 12. It's under
We
12.
looking it up.
It's under 12. That was my fault.
Track.net is not what you think it is. This is how
It was my mistake. It's under 12, not under 11. That's I rephrase. It was under 12.
I was about to say Chelsea should not be here. Talking about under 11 in high school. Are you smoking?
I was under 12. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still looking you up though.
Do what you gotta do.
Hey, but before that, I want to say welcome back to another episode of Applicable Science Podcast. Yes, Amanda, we did it again. I'm sorry, just taking you, just dropping it right on you. So, we are your co-hosts. I'm Christopher Small.
I'm sorry, audience. I was not active.
It's okay because we had story time with Chauncey real quick.
Yes.
Oh, you're including that?
I know. I saw.
Do you want me to include it?
I mean, I don't care.
I was not.
You ain't dropped no name, so it's fair game.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Right. All right.
I was just on Instagram. I was on.
But I'm your other co-host, Chauncey.
And I'm the most important co-host, Amanda.
And
again.
moving right along from that comment, we are talking about Internet of Things. Now,
IoT.
I'm just going to give you a brief definition that I found on Google, and I will tell you I think IoT is. So basically a simpler version. According to Google, Internet of Things is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals, or people that are provided with unique identifiers and the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human-to-human or human-to-computer interaction. In other words, Internet of Things is basically gaining.
Yep, exactly.
If you're not watching the video, I put up a "I'ma head out" meme because that was a long definition. I'm gonna need you to break that down real quick. Like at least
And in the shortest of terms, Internet of Things is basically putting anything, like everything, on the internet so that so we can gain data faster and gain information easier. And you can use this information to do like a variety of things. For example, okay. So here's a little prop that I bought.
You got money. Okay.
You got props now?
I got this thing called smart bulbs, right?
Oh Lord.
So this is it's a very simple thing.
This is not a sponsor.
Not
a sponsor.
It's definitely not a sponsor. Okay? But it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing that I can use to control the space around me, space of lights around me. And fortunately, I already have lights all around us and all around me, I should say. And I already put it in so I can show you right now. So there's an app that is connected to. It's called Fate Electric. And I'm able to control everything through my phone. So for example, I can turn off this light. As you can see, I don't have to move. I can control it through my phone. I can turn it back on. I can also change the color of the light. So for example, if I wanted to change it to purple,
How did I know you're gonna turn it to purple?
purple.
I
If
just
I want to change it to red,
oh dang it! I was about to jump in and say what color you about to change it to.
all
Go
right,
ahead and turn
what
it
color
to-
am I changing next?
So you said purple and red. So if
Blue?
we doing subtraction, purple minus red equals blue. So I'm saying blue.
Blue, blue,
That's
blue.
that's actually a very all right, let me turn off the other. I have this lamp light so right here, so that's why you don't see it, but you can see it now.
Okay.
And Chris was actually right. I am changing this to blue. So
Okay.
now it's now colored blue. Once again, I'm able to do a couple things. And for example,
You look like
this
an R&B singer room right now.
this app also allows you to schedule different lights or like different time frames. So if I have a set schedule, it can turn on automatically without me, like I said, human to human interaction. So it can do it automatically. But
Mm.
it has different effects. Like here's called solid fade, where it changes color, like not drastically, but with a kind of smooth. There is the strobe
What y'all,
effect.
Johnson, let me ask you a question. What makes IoT so special? Since there's this big, if the audience doesn't know, there's like this fourth industrial revolution that's about to occur where IoT is supposed to be a big major factor in it. Why is IoT so important when I can just it seems like everything is connected already, but why is there more emphasis on it?
Well, you may think that everything is connected because of the groundbreaking research or the groundbreaking things like we're putting into. Like this may seem like a common practice,
Right.
but to somebody who is very important to their who is very time constraint or who wants to very or like just like I said, very lazy and don't want to go up and turn off the light switch. Everything that can do from the phone, let's just say it provides a lot of convenience because at the end of the day, that's where majority of new day applicants is trying to do. So like for example, a refrigerator who can tell you what you need to buy that is expired. There's some refrigerators that you can that basically tell you what foods is expired, so you know what you have to buy and what you can throw out.
Or they're gonna spend your own credit card money because they see you ran out of milk, and that's the wild part of it. How you gonna
That's
spend?
the thing. That's the thing you gotta be careful of because yes, there's it's helping you. We're not gonna deny that, but you never really know what they put into it. So nowadays we should really be checking the warranties and checking like the manuals and stuff like that because you never know what someone's actually putting into it. Because once again, if you don't know, you need to watch this documentary from Snowden. It's called the documentary or the movie is called Snowden.
At the time
It
of this,
really
at the time of this
really goes in
recording,
depth.
yeah.
If you don't know who Edward Snowden is, he's kind of in my eyes, he's kind of a hero because although I wasn't hit during that time, when I watched it maybe a couple months ago, it really opened my eyes. And I'm thinking like now, like I really need to be watching what I do because cameras is always on. They have a program where they can look at people without turning on the light, like the red light that actually turns on when you actually use the cameras. So, and the fact that they say it's off, really, you really think they're just gonna magically turn it off? So, if you haven't watched that movie, I highly recommend you watch it. It's very informative and it's a true story.
At the time of this recording, I haven't even watched it, but I do plan on watching it though.
It's
It's been out for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's came out 2016, I think.
Yeah, I meant to watch. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and it's a really cool concept.
But I didn't know it was like I didn't know it was like an actual like not sci-fi, but like technology, current, almost non-fiction movie. I thought it was a movie about another detective just doing detective work, and I'm like, I'm not trying to watch another movie of this right now.
But the thing about it is, a lot of it came up with some presidential debates, and they're saying like, they were saying like, if he comes home, quote unquote, because right now he's living in Russia, because
extradition.
Yeah, U.S. really wants to extradite him so he can get. They really want him to go to jail, like really.
Of course, he put the whole country on Front Street.
But like, honestly, like, he's done a lot of things that helped us. It opened our eyes. So if anything, it started a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now it may be in the back burner now, but I still think it's important that everyone should be educated on what they buy, because it can definitely backfire on you.
Absolutely. And I have a question, and it gets more towards Chauncey because he's really into IoT. But so IoT, it creates a life that's more convenient, and it makes things easier for us. So like, it's more things are connected through one system than like multiple systems. So like turning off the lights and doing things like that. But then at the same time, it kind of like changes up people's routines. So when the technology fails and IoT becomes this new thing, people in my mind, it makes me think people won't know how to do the basics of like, even though this sounds dumb, but like the kids might not know how to turn off the light switch because they're used to just turning it off from their cell phones. Like, what's the lights? Like, you know what I mean? So like, when those, like, is IoT, in your opinion, like all good and all necessary, or is there a way to integrate how to teach the basics as well when the technology does fail you?
Listen, just because it's like, it helps us and it makes us much more lazier, that's not a good reason to blame it, like to not use it, or to blame it on like Internet of Things, for example. Because I'll bring you a real life example. I know we went through the education system, and I don't know about y'all, but I had to learn cursive.
Mm-hmm.
So did I.
Me too.
When I talk to today's kids, they don't even know what cursive is. When I say cursive, or I'm not gonna lie, they know what cursive is, but we had to practice what cursive in like elementary school and preschool. Nowadays, if they want to use cursive, they use the Word document, and then they will have the cursive thing, and that's how they do cursive.
Right. But to be honest, to shoot up some bell, what was the purpose of having cursive in the first place? It was to write, because the people back in the olden days, and then we used it for writing checks. But once checks came out and everything started being technologically savvy, the cursive became almost obsolete. So you don't really need a signature unless you are just writing your signature.
You need signatures wherever you go. Don't even try to cap that. You need signatures wherever you go.
But that's like, you could just learn two initials pretty much at the bare minimum. You can learn two initials, just your first name initial and your second name initial or last name initial.
Yeah, because signatures are unique anyway, so just depends on how you write it. So you can just honestly make a big scribble and be like, oh, it's my signature.
I mean, okay, I'll let you have that. So what about another example? Back in the day, they didn't have contacts, but I guarantee you, if you take someone's phone away and they actually call a friend, I guarantee you they won't know the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I don't even know my sister's phone number, to be honest.
Is what I'm saying. So like, that's not something that is a good excuse to blame it on internet things. I feel like if that's something you really want to learn, and that's something like you want to pass down, sort of say, that is something you should be able to teach yourself, because nowadays everything is online. Like literally everything is online.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a thing called YouTube University that you can
Yes, literally.
So, like I said, if there's something you really want to learn how to turn on a light with a light switch,
Hey,
go
why you
on,
playing
go
though?
on YouTube and type that in. I guarantee. I mean, it may be stupid, but I guarantee you there's a video out there that will teach you how to turn on a light switch.
While you playing though, we need to pitch that to Google. Oh, if you listen to this, we said it first. I'm just saying that I've been saying it for a couple of years now, just playing games. But if Google want to have a sit down with us and actually make this a thing, I am open ears and I'm willing to negotiate. But that's neither here nor there. YouTube University, I need to get a diploma from YouTube University. They literally saved me in engineering. I'm just saying that right now. Them and Chegg.
Everything.
Them and Chegg saved me.
Chegg was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. Chegg, that was worth the $15 a month,
bro. And everybody was helping out everybody, bro. And that's the reason why we are talking about IoT, because everyone is connected some way, situational form. So at the time of this recording, and still probably when it drops, is that we are still in a pandemic and in a racial intense climate right now as currently constructed. Everybody's connected one way sort of form. I hope I said that correctly. I don't think I said that correctly, but whatever. Everyone is connected one way form or another. Either you live in the same vicinity each other, or you are on social media together, or you're just using the internet and you can connect with people either other way. So let's just use coronavirus for an example. One person has the coronavirus or COVID-19 and they go to, let's just go to the grocery store and they don't wear a mask, but they don't know that they have it. It's just asymptomatic. They're probably going to spread it to a lot of people just because they're in a highly populated area with the public access. And then there it goes. And they're just spreading it. So everyone's connected some way.
We could have easily gotten past this coronavirus. Like,
but
this is what I don't want to get political, but Trump did a terrible job with this COVID-19 and how he tried to how he handled it, I would say. Now, is my idea the best? I don't know, but I think it's better than what he tried to do. Because what he literally did is, so first, it was happening in early part of the year, like January, February. There was crickets about it, and I know since he's a U.S. president, he guaranteed he had wind of it, but he didn't take it seriously. So then, when they went to like March and April, when things start to heat up, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But at that point, it was too late almost.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, people was already coming to the country, and
right.
It was like that. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but when do we go home? It was like April, right? Or was it March?
We went home in March.
All right, so it was.
So we literally came a week home after spring break. I mean, we came a week after spring break and had to go right back home.
So what I'm trying to like his strategy is, why would you allow states to do their own thing? Like, if everyone has something different, I can literally jump from state to state saying, oh, y'all open? Bet. I'll go y'all.
Because it takes the ownership, it takes responsibility. It makes them not accountable if that decision does not make sense.
You are the U.S. president.
I get it. I'm on your side. I'm on your side.
I'm saying, you're not just the president of Washington, D.C. You are the U.S. president. You're supposed to make a rule. I'm not gonna lie, not everyone's supposed to like it, but it's the best way to keep us all safe.
This is gonna be the last thing I talk about politics right quick. you can't run the U.S. as a business. It's just not going to work. You're playing with people's lives. You're playing with people's health, everything. You're just playing with people's lives at a bare minimum. If you try to put profits and economics over people's lives, then you're not fit for the job. And that's what I got to say.
But getting back to everybody's connected. That's enough politics.
I have one example. So like me being an EMT, like you get to see the entire like emergency medical like field and how we're all connected in that way. So it's like we have the EMTs actually no, first we have Central. And Central is the people who receive the 911 calls. And then there's a system where we're all connected, where Central contacts the EMTs and or any other like the police, the fire, the paramedics. So it's like one big wave of systems to like help everyone out and be in like the most fast, efficient time to with that we can go out to calls, help people as efficient as possible. We have radios. And then even one other way that I see happening, we had this one call that was more on the serious side. And we had just the way like the police officers, the paramedics, and then the EMTs all work together to help this person. It was just all connected and everyone knew exactly what they had to do and like the roles and the systems that they had in that. So it's just like we're all connected that way and like with one goal obviously is to help that person. So it's interesting to see how people from like all different backgrounds and specialties are coming together in this emergency medical system. I think that's pretty cool.
That also reminded me when you were talking about how everyone, like from the patient perspective and then the EMT and the different layers of that, that also brought me to, have y'all seen the movies where it's like, it follows like, let's just say there's 3 characters or 4 characters and they have no connection to each other until like they cross paths like in the middle of the movie and then they end up having like decisions that affect all of each other. That kind of what it brought me back to. Like you might not think that you have a connection with someone that you like, probably if I'm in Florida, I might not have a connection if I don't think it right quick. I might not have a connection to someone in Washington or Seattle, but 6 degrees of separation tells you that you're only 6 people away from the same person you're trying to reach. So that's kind of crazy to think, but at the same time, it's actually legit.
No, I agree. And also just think about how we're all connected and how like people affect people and just like even crossing paths or even just like looking at someone. So like, the saying like, never try to like put your negative energy out on other people and like always try to stay positive or have a smile because you never know whose day you might, if you're negative energy, you don't know whose day you actually might ruin just from your negative energy. So we're all connected through our energies and just way of life.
And that's one thing, I'm glad you brought that up. And that's one thing I want to help. I mean, I want to focus on myself. Is just spreading more kindness. I think I'm a kind person and just try to be kind to people as much as possible. But when they're kind to me, it's kind of like conditional kindness. I'm just not out overtly like just happy and happy to see people alive and just trying to live and just trying to survive. But I hang out with my uncle and he's very like a magnetic type of personality. When let's just say I'm in a grocery store again and we're just walking down the aisle trying to figure out some stuff to cook. He literally would make jokes with people, strangers, that I would never, ever try because my tone or how I would come off is kind of like, it would be kind of rude. But the way he does it and flips it into like a joke is hilarious. And it actually brings people to their smiles that were just like mean mugging the whole time. And I just feel like that infectious virus, let's just say that infectious virus upcoming episode, or when it dropped, it already dropped. I don't know which one is coming first, but just know, audience, that there's a virus episode coming up, so tune into that, or it's already dropped. That type of virus is just very contagious. a positively contagious virus that should be spread across the entire world, just making it a better place to what we really want it to be instead of just egos and money driven greed, all that stuff that really don't matter at the end of the day.
You know, we all are connected, honestly, if you
Yeah.
think about it. If we all, I know the tree is spread out so wide that not a human eye can think about it. But if we think about it,
We all come
we
from
all are cut off by two. We all came up from two people. No matter what science can prove, science cannot prove that. I mean, science cannot prove that we are from two people. That's how we was originally born. If you really want to think about it,
What created those two people?
God.
That's religion. I mean, we have to.
Do y'all honestly think that? I mean, evolution is real. Don't get me wrong about that. But do you honestly believe that someone was monkeys and then they turned into human just based off of like I do believe in natural selection. I do believe in adapting to your environment, but it's a stretch to say that that it came from two people or two monkeys per se came and we turned into humans and then they started reproducing from there.
But how do you think other animals got here?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you think we came from a bird to a whale? That's been like evolution from animals to animals.
Pause.
So is it?
You said a bird to a whale?
Well, I'm not saying that they're direct ancestors, but I'm saying they're ancestors who evolved into, some evolved to a bird and developed wings, some developed fins and became fish and whales and tails.
So,
all right, you're saying that it's so unlikely that humans came from apes, but it's like if you see how much and how diverse our ecosystem is it really that much of a
my retort? Okay, that may be true. Now, my retort to that question is: so, are you telling me that the Big Bang Theory created all these animals?
I didn't say that. No, I don't think the big. That's not what the Big Bang Theory is. The Big Bang Theory is what it said. The theory is what's created the initial life on Earth for everything to start evolving and happening. Basically, like that's what created
the Big Bang Theory is just how the universe started. Pretty much, it's just how there was a vast of nothing, and then boom, there was everything that we see in the universe. So how all the planets came together, the materials, the minerals, the periodic elements, how everything came to be. That's just the going theory in science.
Is it the universe or is it?
It's the universe. It's not just the planet. It's just not Earth. It's just the universe.
Okay. So if the Big Bang Theory created the solar or the universe,
that's the big.
So who created all? So you're saying the Big Bang Theory created trees and stuff in the water, right?
No,
not directly. Over time, it evolved. The organisms evolved. The cells evolved into organisms, which turned into different stuff like trees, humans, animals, minerals, whatever you may be. That's just the theory, bro.
Because you have the carbon, because Earth is it's like mostly made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. So with that, and in certain environments and different temperatures and all that stuff, like I know one big thing is like the hydrothermal vents. They think that's also where like life could have originated within the hydrothermal vents. But with those combinations, it creates things to start reacting, and that's where chemistry comes. But like with the chemical reactions to then develop into something, which basically was like the building blocks for life to occur. So it was like a very long process.
If y'all telling me God is a stretch, this theory of Big Bang Theory is a.
Well, hold on. Who said God was a stretch though?
No one's saying. I'm just saying.
I believe in God. What are you talking about? I'm just telling you what the people say. It's the theory. I'm just the messenger. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I don't subscribe to it. I could understand it, but I still have a personal truth.
Or you can say we're all connected because we're all made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and many other elements.
Well,
Chemistry is essential science.
To your retort, when you say don't shoot the messenger, then I'll say don't be the messenger.
Oh my god.
I actually looked up.
shut up. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Applicable Science. Chauncey just being a hole right now. So, if you haven't watched our other videos, watch that. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for listening. If you're tuning in this far to our episode, and check out our socials. It will be in the description below. And until next time, like Chauncey
Bye, guys.
says.